Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Happy 2023, as we say here in Côte d'Ivoire. Bonne année l'argent, bonne année santé. Je vous souhaite beaucoup de succès, beaucoup de prospérité dans votre vie en 2023. I hope everyone crossed over the year on a good note. I hope your family and friends are okay this year. And welcome to the very first video of 2023. If you're new to my channel, if this is your first time watching my videos, my name is Tracy, aka LaGoKenyane, and on this channel I talk about my life here in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, with the hopes of helping foreigners who are coming here navigate their way easily. So if this is the kind of content you're into, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload my videos. It also just helps me rank well on YouTube. When you watch my videos, you comment, you like, I get more visibility and I get to help other people. With that out of the way, let's get on to this video that I was supposed to have done back in 2021. I even wanted to do it in 2022. I had so much going on in life, but here we are, better late than never. From the title you already know, we're going to talk about having a baby in Côte d'Ivoire. I'm going to talk from my experience and also just things that are like the law, the rules, the regulations, just the basic stuff that I believe everyone should know if you're going to give birth here. First thing we're going to talk about is Carne de Sante. I don't know about other countries because this is my first time having a child, and I also had the child in a foreign country. You're supposed to have obviously your Carne de Sante, and this is just a book that has your details as a mom. It shows like your progress throughout the different trimesters. I paid for it at the clinic where I was having my consultations, and I paid 2,000 for it. So the carnet is for you, the mom, and then once you give birth, it is now for your baby. It will show like from the time your baby is born, all the information about the baby, consultations they had, the vaccines. It's very important to safeguard this book with you. When I was pregnant, I learned that it's very important to walk with this book, have it in your bag, because in case anything happens to you and you are rushed to a different hospital than you normally go to, they will check this book and they'll be able to see like your medical information and they will know how to treat you better. Second thing is vaccination. Personally, I had to undergo 2 types of vaccination. I did the tetanus and I also did the hepatitis. I can't remember if it was A or B or both. The tetanus vaccine, it is free. As for the hepatitis one, I had to buy it at the pharmacy and then I went to get like injected at the clinic. I followed my vaccines at a place that's called like PMI or like Salle de Santé. It's like a healthcare center. It's small, but it's for the government. Everything to do with maternity, this is what they do there. I did mine at Carne de Sante. I know they have one in Palmere, so I think they have in different neighborhoods they have this Salle de Sante. Normally you can also do the vaccination at your clinic, but my doctor advised me to go there because I didn't have insurance, and it's much cheaper when you go to the Salle de Sante than when you do it at the clinic. You pay more. It's pretty expensive to get these vaccinations done at the clinic. The hepatitis one, I think I paid about 7,000 CFA at the pharmacy, which I remember at some point telling myself this is pretty expensive maybe for some mothers. Then I realized people here, I think they get the hepatitis vaccine when they are young, so when you're older you don't have to do it. I didn't get it when I was young, that's why I had to do it when I was pregnant. The other vaccines that you will be required to do if in your country you didn't take them when you were young. I also had to do like other tests. Obviously I had to do ecography, I had to do I think it's the glucose test, and then other blood work that had to be done. And as I mentioned, I didn't have insurance, so I did my tests much cheaper at a place called Médecins Sans Frontières. It was much cheaper. I think the price there is half what I would have paid at my clinic. The third thing we're going to talk about is cost. This varies from different hospitals. We have private and we have public hospitals. In private hospitals, obviously it's going to be more expensive. For normal delivery, it ranges between 300,000 and 350,000 CFA. And when it comes to C-section, it ranges from 750 to 900,000 CFA. Where I gave birth, I paid 900,000 CFA. I was not insured, so I had to pay all of it. But if you're insured, and depending on your insurance, if your insurance covers, let's say 80%, then it's 80% of the 900,000. But even so, insurances have like their own limits for different types of deliveries. When it comes to public hospitals, there are these hospitals, let's say, I think it's still the Carne de Sante, the public ones. These ones are like 100% public, for real. This one's delivery there is free, normal delivery. I don't know about C-section. And then we have the CHU. I know CHU is supposed to be public, but I don't know if it's semi or it's completely public. But CHU, it's a university hospital, if I can say that. So here deliveries are much cheaper than private hospitals. And where I checked, like CHU Dangre, I saw they're doing 75,000 for normal delivery if you are uninsured, and 125,000 if you are insured. For C-section, I think it's between 200 and 250,000 CF. The only thing is, when it comes to these types of hospitals compared to private ones, like I saw at CHU Dangre, is you share a room. There are 3 beds. When it comes to private hospitals, you can have your own room, and there are different types of rooms. You can even have a suite. The fourth thing that I will talk about is maternity leave. And in Côte d'Ivoire, maternity leave is 14 weeks. So you take 6 weeks before your due date, and then 8 weeks after you give birth. When it comes to the 8 weeks leave after you give birth, this can normally extend to 11 weeks. So the 8 weeks plus 21 days if you had like a medical problem during delivery and you stayed at the hospital longer. When it comes to the paternity leave, fathers are given only 2 days. You can take these 2 days whenever you want. I gave birth on a Friday, so Emerick had like the whole weekend. He came with me to the hospital on Friday, so I don't know if that day counted already as one. And then Monday he came to pick me. I don't remember if he took another day, so it's only 2 days paternity leave, which I honestly think should be increased, because he was super tired. He was sleeping with me like at the hospital on the floor, and having the baby the first few days, they should at least give them 1 week. The sixth point is Déclaration de grossesse. So Déclaration de grossesse is just a medical certificate for the 3 trimesters that you're pregnant. So this Déclaration de grossesse, you will use it to claim your social security cover for maternity leave. Seventh point is insurance. Now, one thing I didn't know and I would like you to take note is that if you don't have insurance by the time you get pregnant, then there's no need for you to get insurance, because then you will not be covered, and also a lot of insurance company will not agree to take you in. You have to have been their customer for at least 1 year, because they will think you're only taking insurance now that you are pregnant, which is why it's always good to just have a health insurance. I didn't have an insurance and I couldn't take insurance once I was pregnant, so I just had to pay everything out of pocket, which was super expensive. In terms of insurance, I'm going to put this next point as point number 8, because it's really important, and that is CNPS. So CNPS means Caisse Nationale de Prévoyance Sociale. So this, I would just say, it's like having a security number. It's having a social security number for those of you that live in the US, and in Kenya it's like having, I think it's the NHIF. So normally, in general, CNPS is supposed to like cover you so that you will be getting benefits after you retire, but also it comes in when you are pregnant. So with the CNPS, majority of the costs are covered and they will be reimbursed to you. Consultation and the medicine and the test that you did, you'll get reimbursed for these things. If you don't have an insurance, this will act as your insurance for when you're pregnant. And the importance of CNPS again is they are the ones that will pay you your salary when you are at home for the 2 months that you'll be at home. So it's not your company that pays for your salary when you are on your maternity leave. It's CNPS that will deposit the money in your account. This is where the Declaration de Grossesse comes in. You have to make sure that each trimester you get your Declaration de Grossesse, so that when you're going on your maternity leave, you have to apply a few weeks before. So you apply to the CNPS to show that you are pregnant and you have to go on maternity leave. So make sure that where you work, you have a CNPS number, or they have declared you with the CNPS. This mostly is for local companies. I don't think places like the African Development Bank, the UN, these big organizations, I don't think they do CNPS. Last but not least, so you have given birth and now you need to register your baby. In French they call it Déclaration de Naissance. So here it is done at the town hall of the commune you live in. So in Abidjan, you know, we have Cocody, Yopougon, Kumasi, and each of these regions have their own town hall. Mairie de Cocody, Mairie de Kumasi. I gave birth in Cocody, and Mairie de Cocody is literally a walking distance from my house. So this is where I went to do Déclaration de Naissance for Luna, and it's just to show that details of her birth and her parents' details. And with this, they will give you I would say birth certificate. As a foreigner, I had to just give them my residency card because it has my details on it. Her dad gave his ID. For you to do also this Declaration de Naissance, you have to get some sort of a certificate also from your doctor who was there for the delivery, and they declare that your baby was born at that clinic by this doctor at this time. And this is what, together with the parents' ID cards, you present it à la mairie. There's also a form you need to fill. So that is it from this video. I hope you learned something from it. If you know someone that's going to give birth soon, you can share with them this video. Maybe it will help them. If I forgot to mention something, if you want to add something, talk to me in the comment section below and I will respond. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.